As you can see, we have a lot of leftover basil and winter is quickly approaching. So what else to do but make some pesto? Before we do anything, make sure to get a pot of water boiling so that we can have our pasta ready when our pesto is done. Then we're going to start toasting some pine nuts. Some people like to do this, some people don't. It's up to you, it's a personal preference. I like to lightly toast them, just make sure they're not burnt. With that said, we're going to move to our blender, drop a few cloves of garlic in, followed by a good amount of extra virgin olive oil. Now you're always going to want to use extra virgin olive oil for pesto. You want high quality olive oil. And then we're going to blend this until the garlic has pretty much liquefied. You're going to want to make sure it's well combined, mixed up, no big chunks or anything like that. Then we're ready to add in our toasted pine nuts, followed by our cheese. Now I'm using Pecorino Romano, but you can use Parmigiano if you'd like. It's just up to you. I prefer the saltiness of Pecorino, but I understand people's preference. So blend that up, add olive oil as needed. That's going to be a common theme. There's no set amount. You need to add it as it's needed. Once that's done, you can wash and blend some basil. Some people like to blanch their basil in boiling water before. You could definitely do that. I'm not doing that for this video. So blend it all up until it's nice and smooth. You'll see it start to come together. And again, like I said before, add olive oil if it's too thick. Once you see that the pesto is nice, silky, and smooth, you can take it out of the blender and pour it into a separate bowl. We're not going to be cooking this pesto. That would kill the flavor and the freshness of the basil, as well as ruin the green color. This is also the time where we're going to be salting, and we won't need much, just a pinch of salt, because that pecorino is salty. Now moving on to our boiling water, make sure that it's salted, and we're going to toss in our pasta. I'm using penne today, but use what you'd like. Once the pasta is done cooking and it's a perfect al dente, you can toss it into your pesto while it's still hot and start mixing it up. We're also going to reserve some pasta water on the side and add it into the pesto. This just creates a nice emulsion and really mixes well. You'll see how creamy this comes out. Just look at that, guys. I cannot wait to try it. We're going to plate it up with a little bit extra Pecorino Romano, because why not? A little basil leaf because we're fancy. And now it's time to dig in. And there you have it, guys. Pesto done simply. Let's try it out. I'm gonna bite there. A perfect al dente. Absolutely delicious, guys. You gotta try it out. And don't forget to subscribe.